Hello, welcome to Career Show, and in just a few, we'll be having an interview with a very special guest, a software engineer, and he'll be going to introduce himself and tell us more about his profession. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere, we need to learn this together. Thank you so much, Mr. Sami, for coming. Kindly introduce yourself.
Thank you very much. My name is Sami Chege. I am a software engineer. I run a company called Kamabenz Solutions Limited. We are an IT company that specializes on building tailor-made or custom-made software solutions. We do this by gathering requirements, specific requirements, and of course build the solution based on those specific requirements.
Okay, so what exactly do you do? Do you do software or hardware?
I do software.
Software.
I would like to explain that a software is a set of instructions given to a computer to be able to perform a specific task. And a software cannot be able to run independently. It needs a hardware. And this is what people know as the computer. But there is a computer is both the hardware and the software. So the hardware is what you can see and touch. This includes the processor, the RAM, the mouse, the keyboard, the CPU, the screen, the tangible elements of a computer. But what we do is software. We make these programs that run the hardware.
Okay.
Yes.
And who is a computer software engineer?
I had introduced me as a software engineer. So what we do is a software engineer is a guy who writes the instructions to instruct the computer, which is the hardware, to perform specific tasks. So basically what a software engineer does, he designs, develops. After developing, what he does is that he implements, or he deploys, and then implements, and of course tests the software. So that is what a software engineer does.
Okay, I would like to know, between the off-the-shelf software and the custom software,
Yes.
Which one are you majored in?
I have majored in custom software solutions. Also, off-the-shelf softwares are made by software engineers, but we at Kamabenz have specialized on custom-made software solutions. The off-shelf softwares are these softwares that are everywhere. Like for example, you need a specific software that does ABCD. Probably you don't know what you want, so you will quickly go to the shop and buy a software. There are disadvantages of having this off-the-shelf software. Why we have there are disadvantages that for the off-the-shelf software, but we have majored in custom-made software because of the idea that these are you're building a solution that belongs to you, that works the way you want. So that is why we have a niche towards custom-made software solutions.
Okay, apart from building a solution, is there any other benefits of custom softwares?
Yes.
Okay.
Number one is that it is more scalable. All right, you can be able to scale it all the way. It is unlimited. You have an idea that you want implemented. If you have a custom-made software solution, because that custom solution was built on your instructions that we collected during development, during collection of the requirements. So it becomes very easy to scale that application. It becomes very easy to merge and to marry so many other things that you will discover that you need as you use the software. So this is the beauty of having a custom solution. Again, the other thing is that it is quite secure because this application is your own idea. Everyone runs their businesses differently. You run your business regardless of whether you have the same business. What your neighbor does, even if you sell the same things, is totally different from the way you run your own. So when we build a custom-made software solution, it comes and fits into what you do. So it becomes your own solution. The other advantage is that you own the software 100%. Yes.
Okay, while explaining about the off-share softwares, you said there are some disadvantages.
Yes.
So I would like to know what are the negative impacts of the off-the-shelf softwares.
The disadvantages of them is that you cannot be able to scale it, and by scaling I mean you cannot be able to really extend it to fit what you may want at that particular time. The other disadvantage about it is that you may have so many functions that you may actually not need. Yeah, so you end up having so much that on your computer, or so much on that particular software, that becomes headache to you because you actually do not need. So unlike the custom-made solution, the solution gives you exactly what you need. The other disadvantage about it is that it is used by many people, and of course there's a security issue about that. Okay. Just like, I'll give an example like the Probox. Any mechanic can make that Probox. You go to Ajir, you go to anywhere, you find somebody who can be able to fix it. And the same thing, people can be able to crack into this software because it is so common and everyone knows it. But for a custom-made software solution, it becomes difficult because you don't know what was the mind of the developers that were making this software solution.
So why would you say we need softwares?
Number one is it helps you bring some kind of control to your business. By control, I mean, for example, if you have a shop that sells things, imagine you have made 200 sales. In these 200 sales, you're supposed to know your stock balances. So that means you go receipt by receipt. You need to know what are your profit margins. You need to know what you need to reorder. So a software does that in a matter of seconds because you'll have instructed it to do a certain specific task. So after it makes a sale, once you need, for example, to know how much have I sold today, by a click of a button, you can be able to get a report that tells you, today you have made sales of so much. This is how much you bought whatever you have sold. This is the profit that you've made. For example, if again you are using the software to post the expenses, you will have a breakdown that shows you that these were your profits, these were your expenses, and this is your net profit. So this is the advantage of having a software. The other thing is that it gives you more time to be able to think of improving your business. All right, it gives you time. You can imagine trying to analyze 200 receipts might take up to 4 hours, and this can be simplified by a software to a matter of seconds. So this is one of the biggest advantage of a software. Again, it helps you store the data. So you create a database of whatever you have. For example, it's not only limited to selling. If you're a contractor, you need to know how many bags of cement you have deployed for a certain project. You don't have to go through counting all those papers. By a click of a button, it will tell you between January and December, you used so many bags of cement. And this is the labor cost. So these are some of the advantages of the software.
In regards of the unemployment, do people offer employment opportunities or?
Yes, we do. And the thing with softwares is that you really need to have passion, because number one, for you to be able to gather requirements, you need to think the way a client is thinking. You need to get into their mindset and be able to understand and to be able to see how they are seeing the business. And number one, what you need is a lot of passion in what you're doing, because it can be a little bit boring. You have to burn the midnight oil, you have to sit and work to try and bring out a solution. So what we look at when we are trying to get guys on board is, are you passionate about the software industry? And number two, do you understand what it means, what a software means? Yeah. So there are very many opportunities out there. Yeah. Okay, for the audience who wants to reach you, what are your social media handles? Yes, we have our website, KamaBens, that is KAMABENS, kamabens.com or kamabens.co.ke. If you go to Facebook, facebook.com/KamaBenz. Go to Twitter. Our Twitter handle is KamaBenz. We are not yet at LinkedIn, but because that's more of not LinkedIn, Instagram. LinkedIn, we're also there. You get my profile, you get the profile of KamaBenz. That is LinkedIn/KamaBenz. And as well as if you want to see my profile is sam.chege. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Sammy, for the talk.
Thank you.
And thank you very much, my audiences, for watching. Let's meet next time, same place, same time on Champions TV. And I was your show host, Agnes Katuta.